So let's talk about things that you need to know before you feed your koi. I like to talk about three things. Let's understand the koi's body. Then let's talk about identifying your goal. Then I will talk about the basic feeding guide. Koi does not have a stomach, and so that means they cannot store the food, and how they digest the food, they will produce digestion enzyme in the intestine so that they can digest. So when you have such a short intestine like koi fish, first of all, they cannot store the fish, they cannot digest the food a lot at one time. So this is why we have to feed small amount of koi food. I'm sorry, not many, many times. Look at your pond, look at your koi, and then you got to ask yourself, what would you like to accomplish? So that really affects your decisions on, again, what to feed and how to feed. It's hard to tell if you're feeding enough or not. So what I usually do is I check the body of the koi. If the body is kind of wide, about the same or wider than the size of your head, the width of your head, that means the koi are eating well. This is a food that my father, Mamoru Kodama, has developed when he was in Japan. And the original recipe is the one that he used to raise his All Japan Grand Champions 5 times when he was in Japan. From our experiment, we found out that koi sinking food will make the koi bigger, quicker, 20% plus. The conversion rate is much more efficient than the floating.
I don't have to worry about the different types of food I use, whether for the water temperature, because the water temperature in my pond is always about 70. In the summer, it gets a little warmer. And right now, I feed a combination of high silk, all season, and color up, those 3 foods. And I use them in varying combinations with floating and sinking.
It's really important to keep the conditions stable. This is so important. So I thought Taro did a great job of explaining how much fish can eat depending on the temperature. So we heat our pond to keep it warmer in the winter, and we put a shade sail over it in the summertime. Even if you don't heat your pond, you can cover the pond when the water starts to get cold, and it would help you stretch out that season. Even if you can only feed for another month or 2 by putting that over, it gives you 1 or 2 months extra of growth per year, and over time that will add up.